Hey, it's Mark Linear with your video thought for the day. We've been going through the days of creation, and part of me says I should do day 6 today because we're going into the weekend and we're going to have a day of rest, or 2 maybe, but we're just going to keep it in order. And I didn't cover day 5, so I'd like to cover day 5 today with you. Now, on day 5 in the creation story, God, remember, let's take a step back. The problem that God was faced with was, having created the heavens and the earth was void, without form and void. So God then forms for 3 days. He forms on day 1, light and dark. He forms on day 2, the skies that separate the waters. So you got the skies and the waters. Day 3, he forms the land and vegetation. And then he starts filling. And he starts filling with day 4. So he's got to fill the light and dark. He fills the light with the greater light, the sun, the dark with the moon. And then we get to day 5. And that's his second day of filling what he's formed. Now remember, his second day of forming, he formed the sky and separated out the waters. So how does he fill it? He fills the sky with birds of the air. I hope you can see these birds that are just teeming around here right now. They are having a feast day, in part because of what's in the water down below. Now, the water's got like gnats and stuff like that in it. I don't think they're necessarily fish down there. I haven't looked, but regardless, God fills the sky he created with birds, and he fills the water with fish. And he even says the big fish, the great fish. Now, here's the cool part. You think about someone who's in the day of Moses getting this story. They have not gone up in the sky in an airplane. They haven't gone up in the sky in a balloon. The sky is basically off limits to people in that day and age. But the birds thrive up there. And who hasn't looked at a bird and thought, oh, I wish I could do that? By the same token, the seas were an area that Israel, as a landlocked people, kind of thought was a bit chaotic. They were not seafaring people. And so the seas are frequently used as a metaphor in ancient Israel for chaos. And of course, the great deep sea creatures, who knows what those are? But they're there. And the Israelites knew to be fearful of that. And yet, what we get in this is the things that are unattainable to us. The sky, God's already filled them. The things that are frightful to us, the sea with its great sea creatures, God's the one who tamed them and established them. And that's the way it is in your life and mine. It doesn't matter what there is that you think, this just can't be done, this can't be attained. If God's behind it, it absolutely can be attained, just as much as the sky can be filled with birds. And if there's chaos and there's trouble and there's areas of life you just don't understand and you can't fathom and they scare you, you need to know that God has already filled those, because he conquers those times. God is greater than anything we think we can't do or anything that we think we are fearful of. That's the kind of God we've got. And that's all built into this creation story. And if we don't take time, kind of like nature, to appreciate it, we'll miss it. But when we take that time, it gives us a video thought for the day.